I really just don't know how many times I've done this video, but ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another top 5 best zombies maps. We're going to be doing ranking every zombies maps. If you guys get a lot of likes on this video, I don't know, maybe we'll see how many. But anyways, with this video, we're going to be ranking it obviously with my favorites, so it's going to be a biased list. But on top of that, we're going to be rating community influence. How influential were these maps to the community? This is a factor that we're going to be taking in with this list. So if you don't see your favorites, don't get mad, just comment them down below. You know, I want to see them, but you know what, don't get mad. But anyways, let's head down into our number 5 spot. And in today's video, this is going to be Derice. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, really? You had to put in Derice? Derice this, Derice that? Pat made a video about Derice today. This and that. Like, I get it, okay? Derice, but you have to think about it. It is the culmination of what zombies truly was. Everything that ever became iconic about zombies really stemmed from Derice. And obviously, it's not just Derice, because the whole entirety of World at War Zombies mode is the building blocks for what we know today as Call of Duty Zombies. And Derice is kind of the ultimate culmination of that, because it was the first map that introduced the Pack-a-Punch, obviously the major staple in zombies. I think most people know what the Pack-a-Punch is. It wasn't the first map to introduce the ray gun, that was knocked, but the ray gun is in Derice. You also have the Wonderwaff, which is also not introduced in Derice. It was introduced in Shinonuma, but it's really heightened to the max, because at this point in the story, there was an actual story being built. Shinonuma was kind of just this lost triangular thing of like, what is going on with this whole story? But Derice really made the foundation. It added Maxis, it added Richtofen. There was an actual plot line to the whole saga of what zombies would eventually become, with the ridiculous spaghetti of the storyline. It adds so many unique features as well, such as the monkey bomb and the Bowie knife, also 2 major staples in the entirety of all of Call of Duty Zombies. A lot of people I know kind of got into the game at Kino, but you have to look back at it as Derice was the one that gave everybody this innovation, and Kino der Toten might have been the one that really got enhanced upon where everybody was playing, but Derice started it all. You got the catwalk strategy, you got the classic turning on the teleporters to get to the Pack-a-Punch. It was something so simplistic about it, yet so revolutionary, and that is why it absolutely deserves to be at this number 5 spot. I bet you every single person watching this video right now has some memories on the map. They know it was fun. I just played Derice with Matt, Milo, and Pat. That was so much fun. It's going to be uploaded on Pat's channel soon, so make sure to go and check it out. An incredible map. Truly an incredible map. But anyways, coming down to our number 4 spot, this is where people are going to be mad, because I know what y'all are going to say about this. It's Garand Krovi, baby. Today, lads, round 100 on Garand Krovi. We secured it. We got it. Oh my goodness. After years and years and years of dying to round 71 cursed garbage, your boy finally made it. Oh my gosh. It's not just this high revolutionary map because of me attaining round 100, okay? Garand Krovi is one of the last original Treyarch Zombies maps ever to be released for the Ether storyline. We have to keep that in mind, and I think that alone still makes the map influential to this day in 2020, okay? But not only that, Garand Krovi, I like to think of it as kind of like an inverse Derice. It is very similar to Derice, where there's 3 things you have to go to get to Pack-a-Punch, but instead of Pack-a-Punch being at the spawn, they took the Pack-a-Punch and put it all the way out there. It tied the campaign together, it tied the Z house together. Oh my goodness, I think Garand Krovi was a true prime for the community. Obviously, with Revelations, there was a massive peak in viewership, obviously with people like Noah J456 getting all the Easter eggs and all of that, but Garand Krovi, in my opinion, was one of the best Easter eggs ever. It truly solidified how Treyarch mastered their craft with zombies, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of people didn't feel that way in Revelations, because they felt like they were scammed, because they just were playing old maps on this random intergalactic area, so I totally get that, but that is why I say Garand Krovi, without a doubt, is the last true masterpiece by Treyarch. It has introduced so many new iconic things. The whole dragon theme was incredible. The whole Nikolai boss fight is still, to this day, one of the best fights best boss fights as well that Zombies has ever had in its entirety of Sega. Okay, Mephistopheles is obviously better than the Garad Crovy one, but man, Garad Crovy, when you first experienced it as well, the teaser for Revelations in that, again, it was at such a peak point in the community that it has to be put on this list, and obviously it's my favorite map of all time. So coming in at our number 3 spot, it is Mob of the Dead. Now, I think I would be completely remiss without saying Mob of the Dead here, because Mob of the Dead is basically the map that started my channel. Without Mob of the Dead, after Transit and Derice released, I was in a state of full depression at age 12 years old, okay? Mob of the Dead was the one Zombies map that took me out of this depression, out of this rut, and not only did I get out of this depression, I made a YouTube channel from this map. Could you believe it? It was so iconic to the point that it changed everything about Zombies. It really made people think into a new perspective, because it made people think, oh my goodness, what if Zombies was Egyptian themed? Or what if we went and did something in Atlantis? Or it was all these great ideas that flowed just from the map being announced, and not even to talk about the trailers and the teasers as well. And it was all these different new mechanics as well, especially seeing Electric Cherry, which was our first new perk, I think, since the dawn of Black Ops 2 with Tombstone and Who's Who. Like, come on, get that out of here. Like, nobody wants that. Electric Cherry is a major staple in Zombies now. Mob of the Dead's character and crew is just possibly one of the best maps of all time. I think a lot of people agree with that. The Afterlife was so innovative. They added all these different intricate connections with the Ether storyline, and obviously that was wrapped up in Blood of the Dead, but man, Mob of the Dead did it so much better. It made Zombies feel so exciting, so exhilarating. You felt like you were actually trying to escape a prison full of zombies inside of it, whereas in Blood of the Dead, you're like trying to be the warden in that map. It was an incredible experience, and I don't know if Zombies will ever get something truly magical like that ever again. Mob of the Dead, we love you. It added the Hell's Retriever, it added the Blender Gap. There were so many great innovations. Jason Blundell finally was heading all of Treyarch in terms of the Zombies production. It was such a fantastic time, and it truly saved Black Ops 2 from being one of the worst Call of Duty Zombies games to arguably one of the best. But anyways, coming down into our number 2 spot, this is another Black Ops 2 classic. You might have heard of it. It's Origins, ladies and gentlemen. Where do I even begin with Origins? People in the community to this day in 2020 regard this map as the #1 best map of all time. It completely changed every mechanic, from Pack-a-Punch to the way the guns play, to the Maxistrom, to buildables, to the staffs being brought up, to, oh my goodness, it was this massive revelation in all of Call of Duty Zombies. It was based in World War I. There were so many incredible different side Easter eggs that were allowed into the game that were never even seen before. Origins did crazy things for the community, lads. I think a lot of people disregard how much of an impact this map had, and it really sort of started the hype for Black Ops 3. Like, could you imagine, without Black Ops 2, the hype for Black Ops 3 would have been completely dead, and Origins, especially with its incredibly controversial ending, added such an open-ended question to what Zombies would be with Black Ops 3, and it made Black Ops 3 just that penultimate experience that we all know and love, and that could not have happened without Origins. Without all of the innovations that Origins provided, there would have been no way. But anyways, before we head down into our #1 spot, I have a lot of honorable mentions, because there are a lot of Zombies maps, even in Black Ops 4, that were influential into the community, and let's talk about them. The first one is going to be 9. Now, 9, even though it's the first map into Black Ops 4, 9 did something so incredibly special for the community. It added such an interesting way to play Zombies, as identifying areas with perk stations, and it really set the grounds for the Black Ops 4 perk system, and I think it only works on the map 9. It doesn't work in Voyage of Despair, it doesn't work work in Dead of the Night. 9 is where Black Ops 4's system truly shines, and I believe that it is to this day one of the best starting rooms ever in Call of Duty Zombies history. It adds one of the best boss fights in history with the elephant. That was an incredible experience. It would have been only better if this map was an Ultimus map, if it somehow related to Ether and is not just a chaos storyline sort of side off map that now who even knows if it's coming back anymore, right? So that is why I believe it has to be said, because it in itself, it is an incredible map and it adds all these different enemy variations, but it just doesn't work that well with the rest of the game. And another Black Ops 4 to be talking about influence to the community, it was Ancient Evil. I know a lot of people were sad when Dead of the Night released. There are too many parts, there are too many Easter egg steps. I know a lot of people discouraged, but when Ancient Evil came out, people sort of got hope back in themselves for Black Ops 4. I know a lot of people loved Ancient Evil, including myself. I'd speed ran the map a lot of times. They added all these different powers from Origins that we never got to see, or even Eisendrache, and finally implemented them into Ancient Evil, and that was an experience. It was very cool seeing all of the ending cutscenes with Medusa and all of that. Obviously, we don't even know if it will be continued at this point, but that map in itself was another masterclass of what Treyarch can do, especially with a lot of the Easter eggs, and also the boss fight was very good as well. Now, with these other three, they didn't really exist during the time of the Easter egg saga, but these three kind of were the building blocks towards it. These next three Zombies maps are Kino der Toten, Ascension, and I could not be allowed in this video if I did not put it, Call of the Dead, baby. Call of the Dead added a cast that nobody would have ever expected coming into Call of Duty Zombies. It allowed the celebrity cast Zombies a map to basically be a placeholder for every other Call of Duty coming after Black Ops 1. Ascension added all of these different amazing features from everything that we've seen from Black Ops 1, but made it into a more relatable experience on the Black Ops sort of Vietnam look and saga to the game. It was an incredible map. Obviously, I know a lot of people don't like the monkeys, but that can be fixed, you know, right? You just don't be shit. And Kino der Toten, it's where people learn to train. It's where people learn to identify with a lot of zombies. It was my first map as well, so of course that a lot of people are going to put this here. But now, coming into our number one spot, I think a lot of people are going to agree with me, almost maybe everybody in this list. The number one spot in this video for the most influence is Eisendrache. I don't think I've ever seen a point in the Call of Duty Zombies community, maybe apart from Revelations, where every single Zombies unit, every single Zombies player, every single Zombies content creator was all aligned and all in sync about why Zombies was an incredible mode. Eisendrache took Origins and exploded with it. It made it so universal that most people in Black Ops 3 know less about Shadows of Evil, but they know more about the DLC one on the game, Eisendrache. Obviously, it added these incredible tie-ins to different stories from other maps, like with Arthur and the Wolf Bow. We also got to see incredible different variations, and our first boss fight in Zombies ever. That was incredibly exciting as well, especially watching people like Noah and Milo beating it for the first time, and obviously Rad Awesome, my boy Reed, was there too. So it was an incredible time, especially just thinking about that. And obviously the Easter egg in itself was very fun as well. It wasn't actually difficult, but I know people had a struggle to find it. I remember playing with Matt or MC Sports Hawk. I had to train a zombie for like 8 hours to try and find them. It was ridiculous. But anyways, Eisendrache, like I've said, the views for you YouTube content creators I know was at an all-time high. I had been playing Shadows of Evil every single day on stream up until the release of Eisendrache. It also had its trailer released 2 months before the map even came out, and people were so excited for this map. It was an incredible map. It took premises from Mob of the Dead with the feeding of the hounds and the feeding of the dragons. It alluded to Garad Crow V. There was so much symbolism about this map. So much about this map also laid the groundwork for Black Ops 3 as a whole. It was an incredible map, and I think many people will regard it as the penultimate experience in Call of Duty Zombies. But anyways, I did hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to like for ranking every Zombies map. I will do it again by myself with all the Black Ops 4 zombies listed. They probably will be at the bottom, but hey, I will make the list. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next one, baby.